Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Sunday edition of Double Trouble Live. I am Frank Scattoni, and I am joined by my very thin-skinned co-host, Kieran Thornton, who I have to apologize because I was a little mean on X yesterday when his picks and plays were absolutely terrible, and I think he's a little butthurt. So I apologize, Kieran.
Yeah, I gotta here. I'm just gonna keep playing it here.
I don't hear anything.
Oh,
Mr. Sound Effect,
that's me not having the mic on. It was why are you bullying me? Sound clip.
Hey man, if I could count the number of times you've punked me on the show and on X, making fun of the all button or that I'm a chalk sucking weasel.
Yeah, I'm if I ever win a double again, it's going to get even more vicious. Who knows? Pigs will probably fly. It's been a while.
I will. I was a little mean only because I was feeling a little full of myself because I really didn't think my single in that race yesterday, Crystal Clean, could lose. And then when I saw Kieran's play, using the horse and using a bunch of others, I was feeling a little full of myself. I'll admit, I let the ego get the best of me. I still love you, Kieran. I still think you're one of the best.
Although I did see you like thumping your chest on that $3.10 exacta.
Well, exactly. So not only was I
don't even play exactas anymore. I mean, I know. I mean, we got one of the big guys has a horse racing later, and even he was talking smack about a 7-1 over a 20-1. What it paid in the exactas. Like I've ditched playing exactas and tries. It's the whole fun of that bet over the years was when you landed a long shot, you got paid. And when you land a long shot now, you get paid nothing.
Nope. No, that was my whole point. Like I was making fun of you in one tweet and then I made fun of myself in the other because, Crystal Clean was 2-1 on the morning line and Rizzleberry Rose, who is the sneaky horse, was 5-1. Went off third choice, and that exacta paid $3.10. So, I mean, total absolute joke. You're mentioning Dave Portnoy, who's actually out at Del Mar today because we're going to talk about he has a horse in race 8, the middle leg of this sequence, and I think that's a really good race to talk about because it's pretty competitive in my opinion. But anyway, of course, one of the first things he mentions once he's there. He looks at an exacta pay that probably should have paid, should have paid a lot better than it did. And he's, complained, rightfully so. But the point is, that's why we play these bets. Right, Kieran?
I mean, if you want to give the finger to the CAWs, bet the pick 3 and the late double, the low takeouts. And if anything, and I've said it many times before, this was the OG bet. And thanks to the CAWs and the low takeout in racing have just forgot about it. They're just so hooked on the 20 cents and the low price bets. The bets that they actually created to feed the CAW monsters.
Right, exactly.
And everyone's like, "Oh, great! I got a 26 pick 6. Awesome! I can play this bet now." And you're like, "No, you're gonna lose so much money on that. If it's $2, you're gonna win."
So I don't know whose internet is
Chinese money laundering.
You keep freezing up a little bit, Kieran. I don't know. Your internet's a little janky today, but it's like the bully at school, right? He's going to keep taking your lunch money if you keep bringing money to school. Once you stop bringing money to school, he'll find another person to pick on. So why are people still bringing money to the track and playing exactas? Makes no sense.
My handle is California Pick 4. I actually did a fight with these robots because I've seen some of these pays. Even when you get a couple of prices, you're like, I would have made more money pressing my double than I would have in the Pick 4.
And that's why we're doing the show. But we know it's double trouble. We know we always talk about the late double, but we've gotten into the habit this meet doing the $3 late pick 3. So that's why we're on early. And lucky us, we have the feature, race 7, the $100,000 red carpet. Grade 3 event for fillies and mares going 11 furlongs on the turf. I did this race for the DMTC.com It's the contest race of the day. You can go there and check out my full horse-by-horse analysis. I was a little frustrated because this is the kind of race that I thrive on. It's always kind of sneaky horse to play. Unfortunately, and I know Kieran's going to say, "Well, this is always you." I'm on the top two choices. I'm all chalky here. I like
shocking. Shocking. I'm shocked. I cannot believe that you're doing that, Frank.
See, I teed it up for you, man. I teed it up for you. I feel so bad about yesterday that I gave you a softball to hit out of the park, making fun of me.
I will say, I mean, when I looked at this race, I actually have a pretty big write-up on your top one here, Miss Astor. Rispoli for Thomas. Mm-hmm. They'll try to get the double. You know, they got Portnoy's horse in the next leg.
That's right.
Same trainer. Top Power has won 4 of 6. 3 races here at Del Mar, first, second, third. Won this race last year. And if there's been something we've seen here at Del Mar, and I know because I owned one of the horses, the repeat horses are winning here at Del Mar. Like the big race winners have been coming back and winning the race the next year. But I thought that last race was back at this distance, and I thought the price was too low, and I thought the horse is beatable. That does not mean the horse cannot win. I just thought beatable. Let me go hunting for some prices. That's what I approached on.
Well, before we get into that, Kieran, I just want to see, because you mentioned obviously Jonathan Thomas, the trainer of Mrs. Astor, is also the trainer for Dave Portnoy's horse in the next leg. Let's see what the doubles look like to see if Dave's horse is getting bet or if that backer is going to be overwhelming.
I mean, I thought the action just from his crew following him and the amount of how is he? I mean, David Brown, our good buddy, you know, sent out a tweet earlier today, and we were like, exactly. How is he? How did he not win? I know the whole story behind it because the Jockey Club is in charge of it, and I'll leave it at that.
But I mean, look, let's face it. Love him or hate him, he moves the needle. Dave moves the needle, and he loves racing.
Huge. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
why wouldn't you want a guy like that?
His followers are all gamblers, sports across the board. He loves horse racing. He's been talking about it for years. Nope, they're going to go with their mouthpiece for Instagram. Yeah. Is who got their.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind Griffin getting accolades. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't see how that's a bad thing for racing. But why Dave Portnoy doesn't have a higher profile in the racing industry is completely confounding to me. Huh? Kieran, your low rent Wi-Fi is not cooperating.
Into the next race, Frank. My Wi-Fi is T1 line. I think it's on your end. You're running the studio.
What happened last time? When you sent me a video and you're like, "Oh, my Wi-Fi stinks." Yesterday in the rain.
I was using that. I actually got cable and Starlink. I got backup on top of backup.
Well, I want to see.
I can trade stocks in microseconds.
I want to see who's getting bet. Let's see who's getting bet in the next leg. The 2 is $8.40, and then the 9 is 18. So no surprise there. Dave's money is getting whacked in the double, but the Baffert looks to be an overwhelming favorite in that race. We'll talk about that in a minute. I just wanted to see where the money was at the moment. But Kieran, why don't you tell me how you see this race, who you're using, and why?
I mean, I went I actually really like the 5 in here, the Phil horse. Let me scroll down here.
Yeah, a lot of people are on that horse.
I thought this was a big-time target race. I'm doing multiple screens today, Frank, so I'm losing my mouse. So what I put here for the 5, Fresh You for Phil. I thought my notes were, I think this horse will get money and not be 5-1. I thought this horse should be second choice.
And so she is in the live action here. She's 3-1. So she is the second choice right now. Mrs. Astor's the 8-5 favorite.
I had to throw in a long shot because look what happened in that last race with Smith yesterday. So I mean, when I don't bet a Smith horse, as we know, so I had to throw in Hey Jesse here, 15-1, one last out, going longer. Had issues the race before, traffic, and that's why I thought we're getting the price we're getting today because of that. Off Lasix, but the horse won before off Lasix, so I thought it might be a sneaky price with reasons that people would go through and toss.
You're talking about the 5? Because you keep breaking up. 5 or the 3? Who were you just talking about there?
3. Hey Jesse.
Okay. Yeah, I actually really liked Hey Jesse last time. No shot today. But that's okay. So 2, 3, 5 in the start here in all of your sequences, right? You got two pick 3s up there on the board. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm all about the 2, and then I thought the 9 was a little bit sneaky. Not getting money, kind of dead on the board, 12-1, which I'm very happy about. I just thought this horse, while she doesn't look all that great on form, and her last win came in a sprint race down the hill. Why is Mandela insistent on running her 11 furlongs? Ran her 11 furlongs over the summer, running her 11 furlongs again today. We know that DeMoro, he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat over the summer. He was horrendous. He's now riding really well. I thought this horse outran her odds last time at 13-1 when just missing in the swing time, from stalking from a wide post. I thought that horse had a shot today. Am I crazy?
No, I'm the same. Like when some of these, when they go cold and then they get hot, you got to pay attention. I looked at it a lot, but as you can see on my second pick 3.
Oh, your second? I'll put it up. Let me see. Hold on. I just wanted to
second
thank
pick
you. Dan and I think alike. I'm going to put your pick 3 back up, Kieran. There you go.
So I wanted to do a little bit more. I'm doing 5 with Miss Watermelon in the next, and then 8, 10 in the last. I'm actually a little disappointed because I had a horse that I probably would have singled in the last race, the DeMoro horse, the 13. I thought it would have gotten in, but it didn't. So I'm going a little bit of light on that one and then loaded up, seeing if I'm right on my Phil Freyshue analysis of the race. Just trying to beat the other horse, Aster.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that number 5, Public Assembly, is live in here. I don't fancy that horse as much as some of the other people because clearly you like the horse and the horse is taking money. I think it's interesting that number 6, Paradise Lake, is 7-2 off an 8-1 morning line. I wanted to make a case for that horse because I thought the horse's come-home times were really, really good. But this is a big class ask for her. She just cleared her N2X level, never faced stakes company before, never been this far before, could regress a little bit. Kieran, you talked about this. Lasix off. We don't know how she'll respond to the medication change because this is her first stakes try. Are you surprised that horse is getting as much money as she is?
I am because, Urton owned Del Mar during the summer. He's gotten a little bit cold, and JJ is his man. Like, they're 3 of the last 5. But in graded stakes race, he's actually been horrible. 5%. I think he's, 2 of 60 races. So, one last out. Bullet works here. Oh, Bullet works up at Santa Anita. No works here. I couldn't talk you off the horse. I just liked.
Well, here's Johnny Banks. Johnny, thanks for joining us.
Key in on something, so I could probably get paid.
Here's a comment from Johnny Banks, Kieran, talking about your 5 Public Assembly. Key single in the late pick 3. Thanks for that comment, Johnny. I believe this might be your first time joining us in the chat, so welcome and thank you. A little encouragement from Terry. Let's go. Thank you, Texas Terry. Yeah, Tony V. We're just moving on. We're not playing the perfectas or the exactas or the pentafectas or whatever. We're all about the late pick 3 and the late double because that's where we have an edge. Congratulations, Larry Danny. It looks like you hit something yesterday at Churchill. Good for you. Dan
Now,
joins
Frank,
us again.
this race is historically a long shot race. We got almost 40% of the time horses 5-1 plus win. So this is one of those races where if the chalk goes down,
how'd that stat work out for you last year?
Pretty good. It works out more times than it doesn't, and when it doesn't work out, I was going to get paid squat anyway.
Yeah, Mrs. Astor is the defending champ. You wanted to have her last year at 9-2, much shorter today, but I do believe she's the one to beat. And Dan's with me, 2 in the 9 in this leg. Anybody else have any plays? Put it up. 5 minutes to post. Kieran, I'm going to run through the plays real quick, and then we'll talk very briefly about the second leg because I'm very spready in there. But anyway, singling the 5, Johnny Banks. Okay, 926, 910-3. Great, thanks. It is your first time in the chat. Well, thank you for being so active. I love it. Really appreciate it. Oh, he's a Kieran plant. How much are you paying Johnny Banks to join the chat, Kieran? After all the hate mail you got yesterday.
Yeah, I did get a lot of hate mail thanks to you.
Just kidding. All right, Johnny. Well, thank you. Somebody's got to follow Kieran, so may as well be you. Thanks for joining us. All right, Kieran, on the next leg, I'm just going to put my play up real quick. Not quite using all, but you see how spready I am. You're just using 3, the 1, 2, and 9. I don't have your 1, so why don't you just briefly tell us what your thinking is in that leg?
Well, if you look at the 1, you know why I'm using the 1. It's Brinkerhoff. If I don't use him, he's going to blow up the tote board. 29%. He's winning with bays. I thought the added distance was ideal, sharp work, and then my notes were, if the top 2 choices flop, this is the horse I think has the best chance. But I mean, I'm all about Miss Watermelon. I thought I don't see the horse being 4-1, especially with the ownership, but flopped in the debut on turf. The workouts at Del Mar, I mean, this is one of those horses like the Irish horses come out and go, I really like it out here in San Diego and the beach. So 58 you don't see those kind of works usually out here. I thought blinkers on. Trainer is ice cold, but as you said earlier before we went on, this is a trainer when he heats up. So I thought everything points to this horse doing very – I'm hoping the Baffert doesn't flop. And my notes for the Baffert horse, Nima, number 2, JJ for Zidane and Baffert. Best of the day work, 2 back. Last work was kind of slow, and that actually cost me the double last week because I hopped off the Baffert horse because it had 1 work that was slow, and it destroyed all the other horses. So I don't know, maybe Baffert's like seeing us getting off him because of that and going, hey, work him a few seconds slower so we get a better price.
Yeah, who knows what goes on in the mornings, right? It's a whole other world out there. That's why I'm still asleep at those hours, because I don't need anything else to mess my thinking. So Kieran is 129 in the next. I am super spready. The only thing I know about the next race is that the 1 is not going to win. So sorry about that, Kieran. I am the 2, which is a Baffert firster, who I believe, I don't know, I think Dave was talking about something yesterday. Baffert, he wanted to bid on this horse, and Baffert outbid him or something like that. No, maybe not this one because she's not a gray. He only bid by 3. Yeah.
No, he got outbid. Okay. I think he bet $2.9 million on a horse, and then Baffert and the Saudis outbid him. That's why he was like saying new rivalry. And then, of course, Baffert came into the video and said, ha.
That's very funny.
This one only cost $500,000. So this is a Kmart Baffert right here in this next leg.
And Dave's only buying gray horses, and she isn't a gray. So I'm also using the 3, 310,000. Simon Callahan's good with first-time starters. I'm using the 5, very good workouts. Doug O'Neill is very streaky. He's heating up. Fresu Boutom, a lot of first-time starter winners at Del Mar. We saw that over the summer. I'm using both the Mandelas, the 6 and the 8. And then, of course, I'm using the 9. But I do not think it is as easy as just the 2 and the 9. Anyone else out there? Dan H., you're sharp. You're good with these maidens. 268 for Dan in leg 2. So he has the Baffert, and he has my 2 Mandelas. Nothing on the Mandelas for you, huh, Kieran? I really like that blowout on the 6-horse last time.
I did, but I mean, I've talked about it before. When I see an angle on a fill horse that really looks good, I kind of have blinders on with the other ones. So I really like the 5 in here, whether or not it fires. And I was trying to keep the ticket manageable, if you know what I mean. So
I'm talking about the next leg. I'm talking about leg 2. The 6 and the 8, the 2 Mandela first-time starters.
Which one?
In race 8, Mandela has 2 first-time starters, the 6 and the 8. I'm using both of them. I think the 6 is going to be very tough. Larios.
I think I should put a note on it. Demuro Mandela, 20%, bullet works. But after I landed on Miss Watermelon, and that was before me knowing who owned the horse, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And then I had to add my other notes. I just thought when a horse works out at Del Mar at 58 seconds, I pay attention, especially after a bad race on another, surface. I just thought it all set up. And I mean, I thought it was a 2-horse race. If the Baffert horse could be the real deal again, and we've seen so many of them.
All right, they're off, Kieran. They're off. Let's watch this race. Good luck, everybody.
Side being passed now by Paradise Lake. 2.5 lengths more back to Hey Jesse, Son of Hill, and the trailer's Musical Rhapsody. So they come into the stretch first time around and run that opening quarter mile in 24.95 seconds. The pacemaker is Will Then. Will Then on top by 3/4 of a length. Cornelia Fort on the outside, kept close in second. Right behind the leaders. On the inside comes Public Assembly alongside of Venganza. It's 2.5 lengths back, and then Mrs. Astor, who's just alongside of Paradise Lake. They're 6 lengths off the lead, clear 2.5 from Hey Jesse, and 5 back to Son of Hill and Musical Rhapsody, the trailer. 49.89 was the half mile. Will Then is the leader around the clubhouse turn. The leader by 3/4 of a length. Cornelia Fort on the outside, pressing the issue in second. Public Assembly is just in behind third. Venganza is next to her, fourth on the outside. Then Mrs. Astor side by side with Paradise Lake as they enter the backstretch. And then comes Hey Jesse. Hey Jesse's still about 6.5 lengths off the lead, and then Son of Hill and Musical Rhapsody. 3/4 up in 1:15.77 seconds. Will Then and Hector Barrios have led throughout. Tyler Bays has kept Cornelia Fort close up, just a half length behind, entering the far turn. Venganza and Public Assembly continue to race side by side, third and fourth. Mrs. Astor and Paradise Lake have been next to each other as well, just in behind those two, and then Son of Hill on the outside, Hey Jesse, and Musical Rhapsody around the far turn. Will Then the leader by a neck. Cornelia Fort on the outside, second, Venganza third, Public Assembly.
Find that hole.
Just in behind the leaders in fourth as they come to the top of the stretch. It's still Will Then.
Go! Go!
Here comes Mrs. Astor.
Go!
But she got caught in tight quarters there. Then Paradise Lake on the outside. Here's Mrs. Astor running up alongside a Public Assembly.
Easy game.
Man, I almost had that one.
Almost.
Beat on the line.
Almost. Almost doesn't count when you're playing.
I got chalk. I got chalk. I thought we had it there.
You lost to the best horse in the race, Kieran. There's no shame.
Oh, a chalk. Another chalk. What is it now? 60% chalks here at Del Mar? Yikes.
You got to bet the horses who, you can't spend money trying to beat chalks that can't lose.
You only came back into the screen when you saw my 5 about to. That was a nice ride by Rispoli there.
Rispoli's the best jockey in the world. He's going to do the Hong Kong Jockey Challenge. I was talking to him about that yesterday.
Can you believe DeMuro's stats? 39%. You know how rare it is to see that? Even Pratt did not win at that clip, when he was here. Although Pratt is dominating at Aqueduct, dominating.
Speaking of Pratt, I was at the races yesterday and I was talking to Derek Lawson, who is a jockey agent. He is the one who put Pratt on the map. Derek speaks French and is very fluent in French. So when Pratt came over, Derek took him under his wing and, helped Pratt build his business to become the superstar that he is. We all know that Pratt ended up going to the East Coast, chasing bigger fortunes. But Derek told me that he's got Pratt 2.0 coming next weekend. A new French jockey. I forget his name. It's something weird. It's like Caesar something. But obviously, when you see a new jock next week, this is the one I'm talking about. And Derek's going to have his book. And, I'm sure Derek's exaggerating a little bit because, Pratt is Pratt, one of the best in the world. But he seems to think this kid, it was not a kid, actually. He's a journeyman. Seems to think this guy has a ton of ability and could make an impact in this SoCal jockey colony. So remember, Kieran, when DeMuro came over, we were talking up his praises before Del Mar started, and then he was just terrible. But now he's putting it all together. So just throwing that out there, guys and gals. If you see a strange name in the program next weekend, don't worry, this jockey comes very highly regarded.
Even when Pratt came out, he was not winning a lot. He was doing great, but he did not win a lot. And everyone was like, this French dude. And then he started winning everything.
Mandela was really the only guy using him. And my philosophy was, well, if he's good enough for Mandela, he's good enough for me. So right. I was an early Pratt adapter, thankfully. But
let me go put my outfit on, Frank.
Yeah, here on the prop comic. So let's see who I'm alive to a million horses in the neck.
You know who my horse is here. We got to play the music here. Do I have the music? Hang on. Here we go. Can you hear it?
No. What happened to your microphone?
I got my monitor plugged in. That's what it is. So let me unplug one of those monitors. That's probably what the difference is. Well, we did a sound check earlier, and you said everything's fine on your tin can Wi-Fi.
No, you sound fine. You didn't play any sound effects for me.
I did, but I think I need to have the mic turned on for it to happen. Whatever.
Well, what are you trying to do?
I was going to play the Barstool song that he does before his pizza reviews because, I actually have a pizza review here for us, Frank, from our Santee Costco. It's got poor undercarriage. It's got some good color. It's not.
As a New Yorker, I am so offended by looking at that. I'm a New Yorker. Really I can't even look at that. What is that? Is that a quiche?
It's a Costco pizza. It's actually pretty good. I figured we got Portnoy on, so I got to eat some pizza. That's actually really good for a Costco.
Dave is famous for his pizza reviews. You know what a good show would be actually? Portnoy and Miramati doing pizza reviews together because Miramati is another guy who's just all about the pie.
And if you talk smack about a place that he said is really good, he's going to go after you.
Hey,
that's actually really good pizza. Nothing bad from Costco. That's all I got to say.
Can you stand up? Can we get a good view of what you're wearing here?
Shannon made me wear a costume for the kids trick-or-treating a bunch of years ago. I had to buy a costume, and we walked through, and I was like, any costume? She said, yes. And I picked this. And she rolled her eyes, but that's how that came out.
All right, full disclosure, DTL Crew. I really met Kieran about 10 years ago when he was wearing this pizza costume on a street corner in El Cajon, trying to drum up business for Giorgio's Pizza Place. He was on the corner. Hey, free slices.
I'm an excellent sign twirler.
You look like one of those guys who's, a promotional guy on the street corner. Oh my God. And your socks, you want to show your socks again?
Oh yeah. Well, you saw the Twitter. I mean, I love these are the most comfortable socks. We got the pizza socks on. Here we go. So, you know who my horse is? I mean, I was looking really good on my $9 double with the 5 to the 9 to the 2 horses in the next leg. So almost
ifs and buts.
The line has not been my friend of late.
And nuts. Every day would be Christmas Eve. Come on.
The friend has. I mean, I'm trying to beat the chalk. What can I say? I mean, I don't want to get a $3 pick 3. You know, I'm looking for some pays.
No, every time you say this, I'm going to call you out. You were not trying to beat the chalk. If you were trying to beat the chalk, you would not have used the chalk. You used the chalk.
The chalk gets the bet back. There's math involved. I know.
Right. Well, that's
right for a living, so there's a little bit of math involved. The chalk gets the bet back for the next day.
But you can't say you're trying to beat the chalk when you're using the
chalk. Well, I'm over betting.
I'm a word guy.
The other one's higher, if you know what I mean. Oh, you know what my dad used to say? Never argue with a fool. People cannot tell the difference.
Oh my God! Is that an old Irish proverb? I've never heard that before.
So I'm going to move on.
Oh my God, your dad was already up here in my book. Now he's like in the stratosphere. Can you say that again one more time?
Never argue with a fool. People can't tell the difference. So, our viewers are probably looking and going, these are two clowns here arguing over favorites winning.
I was just going to say that. If you God rest your dad, oh my God, if he was watching this show, he'd be like, look at these 2 idiots.
Oh, yes, especially with this thing. He'd be just rolling I got to take it off because this is like 80s polyester.
You know what?
Like
your dad would be like Team Scatoni. Your dad would be Team Scatoni because I know your dad never met a chalk he didn't like.
Oh, and his favorite double was, the chalky chalk doubles. And it was back when it was just they had only the early double, and then later they brought the late double, and he was like, "Oh yes, I got twice."
Well, speaking of the double, I guess we should talk about that. Right. And I feel bad, but Kieran, you called this out a couple of weeks, actually, toward the end of the summer, and we're actually seeing it play out in real time because I don't have to play the double because I'm alive in the pick 3.
And I mean, we did that video, and I don't know, maybe the racing secretary at Santa Anita will pay attention to what's happening because you can draw the card a correct way to boost both of your pools. And this has been chalk central at Del Mar, and they've kind of killed their double pools a lot because you're getting a free pass on the pick 3. And they're like, oh, our pick 3 numbers are up, but your double is down. And I mean, make it more competitive. And you'll juice your pools because like if you were betting by yourself without us doing the show, Frank, you've got a clear shot now. You're golden right now because you got your single out of the first leg. You got a bunch of horses in this one. Why would you bet the double? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't unless the 2 or the 9 to the horses in my next leg are underlays are not paying well. Then I might want to top up. So let's take a look at the doubles going forward. So right now, the Baffert, no surprise, 6-5. The 9 is Miss Watermelon, Portnoy's horse, 9-5. So I have what do I have? The 1 and the 10 in the next. 2 to the 1 is 123. And 2 to the 10 is 87. Yeah, I mean, the pick 3 is going to pay okay. The 8's the favorite combo. The 2-8 is the favorite combo right now. $50. Who do you have in the last, Kieran? We haven't talked about that.
The last race, I mean, the horse, I was kind of sad. I thought the horse would have gotten in, the 13 that Demura was on, Global Consort, gone. So I didn't want to mess around anymore. We got 8 Wildfire Princess, Rispoli for Hess. They're only 13%, but my notes were a jockey upgrade you cannot ignore. So, I mean, let's look and see who was on. I guess I lost my screen. Who was on was it Frey that was on this 8 the last out? Number 8.
Yeah, Kyle Frey rode this horse 2 times in a row. Rispoli rode the horse before 3 back and gets back on today.
So, I mean, I thought you cannot ignore, him getting on, even though they're a little bit cold together. And then number 10, Blame Eve, Diego for Powell, adds blinkers. The horse has a tendency to hang. So bullet work, second best closer. Maybe the blinkers will be enough when they come down to stretch just to focus on getting there.
She's my top pick in the race. And you know what I said? Can't believe freaking Herrera. I know you love Herrera. He's going to have to work out a trip from the 10 hole. If this were Rispoli or Frezu, I'd be betting a lot of win money on this horse. She's my top pick in the race.
And then, I mean, the last race, the stats blew everything up, but this is another race, a third of the time, price horses win it too. So, but we saw what happened in the last race. My price horse got on the line.
Well, here you are. You did get out of the first leg with the 2. So you still have the 1-2-9 here and the 8-10 in the last. And in your double, and we might have to adjust this based on what we see on the tote board, but you're only using the 8 and the 10 in race 9, correct?
Correct. Yes.
I am only using the 1 and the 10. Let me look at your 8 again. Because maybe I want to play some doubles to your 8. Because I'm not alive. Does it bother you that Hess is 0 for 17 this meet?
Yes.
Yeah. But 5 seconds, I mean, maybe a little unlucky. That happens. Let's see it. Let's see if that horse is live in the double, because right now I said the 2-8 combo in the double is $59.
Which is not. I'm okay with $10. I'm getting my bet back essentially, which is, you were making fun of my bet yesterday, but my pick 3 that I was hoping for chaos and whatnot, if we hadn't had that 35-1 shot, the math paid out where I got my bet back for today is kind of why I tossed it in, if that makes sense.
No, if your bet had hit yesterday and the 7-1 leg 1 and Nevada Beach 1 leg 2, you would have owed the track money. There's no way you're getting money back.
I think my bets were like,
I have to look. Money went 3-5 to a 1-9.
I think I got the bet back, which is the reason I tossed it in. I mean, it was an afterthought. I was trying to beat it. And I mean, that was not an easy win.
You didn't have the winner. You didn't have the winner of the last race yesterday.
No, I'm saying if I had gotten through that, I mean, it wasn't like it was like the last race, how you beat me on the line. You're 7 in the last race. You could have had a Demura ride where you were the second horse again. So the horse gods were in your favor right now. I mean, they love riding Frank the Chalk.
That 7 was the lock of the century. Mm-hmm. I can't believe that the place paid $210 and the show paid $210. Somebody bridge jumped in the place pool on that horse. That was crazy. That was an 8-horse field, 3-5 shot. The place and show paid the same exact price. Someone was 100% certain that horse was not going to run off the board.
Well,
that was crazy.
Look at the very last race. 4-5, 3-5, didn't even finish. I mean, there was some big show money in there too.
Well, that Baffert was horrendous in the last race yesterday.
Yeah, and I mean, you know how many people bet that for a show? Yikes, and they just got destroyed on that. But the pay probably sucked because the robots milked it, they milked the pot.
When Baffert enters 3 horses, that means none of them are any good. But on paper, that Blacksmith yesterday looked like a total standout. So look, I'm alive to the 110 here. I might do a double using the Baffert to the 8. It's paying $58, and I can just do it for $10 and get $120 back.
Which is what
maybe I'll do it a little more. Let's talk about the 9 a little bit. Look, I hope Dave Portnoy wins a race at Del Mar. I think he's good for the sport. I think the exposure would be great. But I am not as fired up on this horse as you are. As we talked before the show, we both love Jonathan Thomas as a trainer, but on turf. I'm not saying he's not good on dirt, but if you have you pay $350,000 for a horse and a good turf trainer debuts this horse on turf, that means he thinks he's a turf horse. That didn't work out. Now he shows up at Del Mar, moves to the dirt, adds blinkers. I mean, those are all fine moves, but those seem like
maybe we can ask.
Moves to me.
Let me give you a counter argument. Let me ask me. Let's see if anyone's got the stats. I closed my windows for this. I'll give you an example. Our horse Arrakis, who races next Friday, we purchased it because Phil wanted a Kentucky Derby horse, so we bought it. But the horse also had turf pedigree. He sucked on dirt, like
yeah, terrible.
And now he's a great horse on turf. And maybe that's what the thinking was. Hey, let's give him a try or give her a try on turf. She blew it. All right, she works out excellent in the morning on dirt. Well, let's try a dirt race. So when it comes to these expensive horses and these kinds of trainers, I wouldn't toss the fact that a turf trainer moved it over. That's what.
Kira, my point is, they're trying something different because this is not what they expected. So I don't mind if that horse is 12-1. Go for your life, man. Great. But at the price that this horse is, 5-2, I have zero interest. I mean, I know I have the horse in my pick 3, but and here, Tony V, I don't like Portnoy's horse going from turf to dirt. Wait until he goes back to the turf. I'm with you. I think this is a very confusing move to me. I know we had rain and we had 2 days canceled and a couple of cards that were all dirt. But this upcoming weekend, the weather's going to be good. They're going to run so many turf races. You mean to tell me there's not going to be a maiden special weight turf race for 2-year-old fillies? Why are they running this horse on dirt? Maybe I don't think they think the horse is any good.
I think they think the horse is good, and that might be one where why are they? We say it many times. Why are they racing here? It's got to mean something, especially these connect. It's not like they're going to toss this horse. He's going to race this horse all over the place, and the fact they brought it out here to Del Mar as well should say something.
Well, they brought it out here so Dave could get a gift basket.
Oh, that was a great.
You've never received. Have you ever gotten one of those gift baskets, Kieran?
I have not. No, I'm not. I usually only own the left ass cheek or left nut of the horses I buy into, and they really don't give you much. You don't even get the jock strap.
You have to show triple ID just to get into the racetrack. Let alone you're going to give you a gift basket? Forget it. Yeah. What we're referring to is
I got to hang out with you to get on their shows. I mean, geez.
if you go to @Stool Presidente on X, Dave did a little video where Del Mar gave him a very nice gift basket, a little handwritten note. And I was watching it and I go, Kieran, have you ever gotten one of these?
No. I bought a Del Mar margarita, and then where's my cup? Oh, we ran out of them.
Yeah, you pay $30 and you don't even get a souvenir cup.
I'm like, why does it cost $30? It's for the souvenir cup. Where is it? Oh, we ran out.
You should have made them give you a voucher so you could have claimed it in the fall meet. But anyway, let's see what Dan has to say. Dan, it looks like you changed your handle there. Dan H wins. I like that. The confidence. Surprised the 6 is not getting more play. The 6 is Larios. That's the Mandela DeMiro horse who Dan and I both like. 9's taking the Barstool money, 100% in agreement. 6 is projected to be 6-1 in the win pool. Play that live in the pick 3. Yeah, I mean, the Baffert's even money. Gosh, when you see Baffert firsters get bet like this, they don't really lose. This might actually be the value of the meet because this horse probably should be 1-5, but because Portnoy's horse is 2-1, taking a lot of extra money, that Baffert horse might end up being the value of the century. And I don't know. We'll see.
Baffert's got 27.6 for win, 37 place, 1900 show. And there used to be this old geezer when we went to the OTB up at Viejas with my dad. And he's like, if the chalk win money is more than 8 times the place money, legit favorite and probably wins is what his saying was. And we're looking at probably what, 8 times now? Oh, 7.
Kieran, can you say that again? Say that again.
So say the horse had 80,000 to win in the pool. Okay. His metric was there had to be at least, or 10,000 in the place 8 times. So if it was more than 8 times, it was a legit favorite in his book. Old school handicapper, like one of those old codgers when we go to the Surfside OTB, the guys who write everything on paper and know everything over the years. That was one of his rules. I always take a peek at it. That was just one of the things he came up with.
One of his old school angles was watching the tote board, and if the win pool had 8 times more money than the place pool,
yep,
then the horse was legit.
Yeah, legit, and would win more times than not.
Let's do that exercise. I love that. Let's try it here.
And
there's still 6 minutes to go, so this will change.
We're slightly under. I think we're 7.5 right now.
No, I got 3,900 in the place pool. Oh, wait, 4,000 in the place pool, 32,000 in the win pool on the 2.
Okay, let me update it then.
That's right. So that's right about 8 times, right?
Yeah. So that was his old school. His old school math back in the day. You don't see it as much. You used to see this a lot more when my dad used to do those doubles, with the Baffords back in the day, where they would just get hammered fantastic. But I think the CAWs have diluted a lot of this kind of old guy action.
I could see that, but you know what, Karen? That is actually I'm going to start looking at that because if it,
have I not mentioned it before?
No, never. I never heard that, and I know a lot of old school angles.
Always something I look at. It's one of my dad's buddies.
Never heard that.
Things. Yeah.
Dan, right now, Dan, have you ever heard that angle? Has anyone else ever heard that angle? I think that's a really interesting way to see if a horse.
And right now we're over 8 right now on the 2.
Yeah, so. That's wild. I think you're right, Kieran. I think like 15 years ago that angle probably worked like a charm. But now because of the CAWs, it's different. But I want to watch that. That's really cool.
But I think his argument was, well, why would they put place money if they got the wink that he's going to win? They're just going to put it all to win versus doing win place. We got a good chance. You know what I mean? I think that was his argument. So when bet it straight up on the nose, that's probably something.
I don't know the logic behind it. I don't know the math behind it. I've never heard that before. And I am like a historical student of the game. A lot of old books on handicapping where 99% of the things in the book do not apply today. But I never heard that. But I'm actually very fascinated by that.
These are all the things I would, go hang out at the OTB with my dad or at Santa Anita. I would just go keep him company up at Santa Anita when I was going to college. I'd sit down outside the paddock on the benches. When we've gone there, I got to go sit where my dad used to sit.
So, Kieran, look at Portnoy's horse. 26,000 and 27,000 in the win, 7,000 a place. I know a lot of that's I don't want to say it's dumb money, but a lot of that is piggybacking money because of the barstool thing.
Yeah, and they're just doing win place or just doing.
What would that mean to you? Like if the ratio was like that?
I like the horse or not. I really just use it to get an idea of, is it a legit favorite? I use that sentence a lot, but based on the pools, number 2 is the real deal.
So if it's 8 times or more, it's legit. If it's 7 times or less, then maybe you're a little skeptical. Or is that?
8 times. Like if it stays like this with 2 minutes to go, it might be one of those where I go, okay, I'm going to press my 2-8, 2-10 double. I might do $20 versus the 10 that I'm doing.
Right. So I think the higher the ratio, right? So let's say
the ratio is.
Let's say it's 20 times difference. That means they're betting the horse way more to win because the horse is either going to win or not finish the race. They're not bothering with place money.
Yep.
I get it. Oh, I love that. No, you've never mentioned that before.
It's kind of wishy-washy, like it's just looking for subtle clues. It may be nonsense, but when you get it right, and we talk about it a lot. We only need to get it right about 25% of the time because when we get it right, we hammer it, and it makes up for the other 3 out of 4 times we miss.
Even if it gives you one extra piece of information that other people aren't looking at, like to me, that's the name. Excuse me, that's the name of the game, right? Okay, so Tony V, he remembers something like that about 20 or 30 years ago. Look at that. You're not as dumb as you look, Kieran. That's incredible. That's actually really cool info.
I got a face for radio. What can I say? On that note, I got to take another.
You finally said something on this show that interests me instead of, I'm
it's got a horrible undercarriage, but it's great tasting.
So I'm going to apologize in advance for Kieran missing tomorrow's show due to food poisoning. So we might need somebody else to step in. We are doing a show tomorrow, by the way, right, Kieran? It's Bonus Monday Racing. They were rained out Friday. We're going to do a show tomorrow. Kieran, you're playing with fire by eating that thing. I can't, as a New Yorker, I can't even look at it. I'm really offended.
I make my own pizza. I just didn't have enough time to do it, and I ran out of mozzarella, so I couldn't.
All right. Well, Frank is going to. I'm going to top up a little bit with the 2 to the 1 and the 10, and I'm also going to use your 2 to the 8 in the next leg because I thought it was better to spread in this leg than spread in the next. But I do think you made a good case for your 8 in the nightcap, Kieran. So I do think that horse is live. So just real quick, let's look at these double pays. The probable 2-1 is 122. So the pick 3 is not going to pay all that great. So I want to up that amount. 210 is only 73. I'm going to up that, and then I'm going to use your 8, who's holding. So I'm going to do, because this is the beauty of our show, right? I started off with the pick 3. I didn't even have a double play in mind, but now I do.
When the Pizza King wins this race, I'm going to be looking at 9 into 8, $75 times 25.
Anybody out there like somebody different in the nightcap other than the 1, 8, or 10? Because we might want to do some savers on that too. So I'm only going to use the 2 in this leg. So 3 times $60. I think this is smart because I'm topping up on my opinion and leveraging the favorite a little bit better. So $60 total. Okay, I'm going to add this, Kieran. So here, I'm on record. This is my double play, $20 double, 2 with 1, 8, 10. Because if the 2 does not win and one of my other horses win, my pick 3 is going to look great. So that's why I'm doing this. If the 2 wins, I got a weird thing on the simul feed here. Are they at the gate? What's going on?
Did an ambulance get on the course?
Oh my God! Did you see that?
That is the craziest thing. I mean, I was going to say, Andrew, is one of your relatives from Australia out here driving the wrong way in the ambulance?
Do you want to tell people what happened if they haven't seen it? Because to me, that's one of the most horrific things I've seen in this game in a very long time. The ambulance
came the wrong way on the track and almost crashed onto the course and hit the horses. Like
during the race, these horses were running, and the ambulance is driving toward them.
Like
it was at Evangeline Downs. Look up Ray Pollock. He's got video of it. It's like these jockeys don't have to.
And the horses. I'm surprised the horses didn't freak out, you know?
One of the Mandelas scratched.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Mike Smith one. Yeah, number 8.
Yeah, I didn't like that one as much anyway, so I'm okay with that. I'll just get extra money on the favorite. I'm fine with that, yep. 4 to 5. But Kieran, I know we're critical of jockeys, but from a strategic standpoint, these guys risk their freaking lives every day, and then they have to deal with something like that. Like, I mean, oh my God, that could have been one of the worst disasters in the history of horse racing. I can't believe it.
And then they would have had all the PETA people going, look.
How about this? Scurvy Tooth. Be sure to like that. Thank you. Be sure to hit that like button. Yeah, guys, we got to get up to 500 on YouTube.
Yeah, once we get to 500, we're going to do a $500 double. And hopefully we can get there before Christmas so we can do go spend the winnings for Toys for Tots or something.
We could do a little contest, right? I don't know what it is, but figure out who the winner is, and then you and I will do a double for a $500, whatever it is, a $500 play because of $500 followers, and then if we hit it, whoever won the contest will split the winnings with us, and we can Venmo or PayPal or whatever it is. That would be fun.
But even just liking, all you got to do is click the like button because these YouTube algos, they need the interaction.
The algorithms don't like them.
A like and a subscribe is all you got to do. We get no help from the track, so we need you guys to keep us relevant.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Is there a delay because of the scratch? Man, Portnoy's got to be on the edge of his seat. He doesn't have patience to begin with. Now he's got to wait for them to reload and change the numbers. 3-5 now on Baffert.
So now hopefully the pools are closed. I mean, we should have talked about this. I'm not going to say which track. The nonsense rule, they're going to fix the odds when you load the gate.
That's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, I was least like.
That's not happening. That would be the worst move ever if they did that. It's not going to happen. No way.
Oh, so Frank, 95,000 to win on the 2, 20. All the place money came in on the 2 late. Like that, robots hammered the place money on the 2.
So it's less than 8 times.
Yes, it's not even 4 times. It's not even 4 times now.
So that's negative, right? You would say that's a negative thing.
Yeah.
All right, they're off. We'll discuss it later. Good luck, everyone.
After that comes Darling Duchess toward the inside, Lirios outside of them, and 3.5 back to Ethereal Quality. Running up the backstretch, Nima the leader, 3/4 of a length on top. My Girl Mia up alongside in second. Heavenly Princess and Miss Watermelon right there too. Past an opening quarter mile at 22.49 seconds. So they make their way into the far turn with Nima the leader. And Miss Watermelon has moved up on the outside. She's now a half length behind. And these two sprint off. They've opened up from the others, pulling away by 4 lengths now over Heavenly Princess, who's had enough in for a 2-horse race here. It's Nima and Miss Watermelon. And they'll turn for home together. After a half mile at 45.07, they're into the stretch. It's Nima in front. Miss Watermelon on the outside's a length and a half behind, and they're 8 lengths clear of the rest. A furlong to run. Nima and Juan Hernandez had the lead. Miss Watermelon trying her best on the outside, but she's second best to Nima. Nima down to the wire in front. Miss Watermelon second, beaten 2 lengths on the wire, and third is a photo that goes to Ethereal Quality over Heavenly Princess.
She ran really well. Miss Watermelon ran a lot better than I expected.
Look at past the line, Frank. How far was this race? 6.5, right?
Yeah.
They're going to route that horse next up. That was a really impressive race, I thought.
I wouldn't say impressive. I mean, it was fine. Let's see what were the splits? What were the final time? Whatever.
Who rode that one?
He ran better than I expected. So good for her. Good for Dave. I love Jonathan Thomas. Yeah, she could be nice at 2 turns next time. She lost
different jockey. Ditch that jockey.
Who was the jock?
KK.
Oh yeah, definitely ditch the jockey.
Ditch that jockey.
Definitely ditch the 100%. That's one of the few things we'll agree on. 100%
ditch that jockey.
Oh, that's very funny.
If you look at the gallop out, KK is just sitting on that horse and he's cruising past. Yeah. Like that Baffert is capped at that distance. That I think Portnoy's horse is a router horse next out for sure. A better jockey, ration some of that speed. Don't throw the gauntlet down so early.
Yeah, I mean, I think both of them can go 2 turns. I think Miss Watermelon probably got more out of that race than Nima did. But, Nima was in it to win it, and she did what she had to do. Let's hope they're both really nice.
Another chalk here at Del Mar. Man, what happened? This used to be long shot central, this track. Like now it's – does anyone have the stats? What are we, like 60% chalks here at Del Mar?
I could actually look that up for you because –
And then – the chalks that you would usually bet on early in the card go down in flames is what's annoying.
No, you can't bet on those chalks because they're unreliable because those conditions are terrible.
Yeah.
These are good horses. Like, these horses were legit favorites. Astor was a legit favorite. This Baffert was a legit favorite. Early in the card, when there were, 10,000 claimer non-winners with 2 lifetime, you're taking 4 to 5 on a horse in that condition, you need your head examined. But these are legit horses. Jim Charvat does a really good job in his stable notes, which you can find on the Del Mar website. So I'm looking for that now, Kieran, because he usually has a stat at the very end, winning favorites, odds-on favorites, all that stuff. So
I got to think it's
asking-
really, really high at Del Mar for this meet.
Kieran, mute your. Oh, that's me. Sorry.
And what sucks is the ones that are going down in flames are doing it early in the card, not for our late double and pick 3. So it's killing the
Right.
pool.
Well, because they're bad favorites. These are good favorites.
They're just.
And that's why you have to know how to bet them.
Why are we not getting these 10,000 claimers like we were during the summer meet when we could clean up?
This wouldn't be a show if Kieran wasn't complaining every time he loses. But you won. You still have it, right?
It's going to pay like a hot dog. Actually, you know what? I can buy another box of Costco pizzas.
I'm not even going to humor you with a conversation about that. You can't call that a pizza. I don't even know what you call that.
It actually is delicious.
Pizza in the shape of a quiche. It's delicious.
And you know how I cook it? In the air fryer.
Well, that I can get behind. I can get behind it. There's an inquiry. What's going on here?
Take
that
the
I
two
can get
down.
behind here. The air fryer is the nuts.
Take the 2 down.
What's going on? Let's see. Well, I will say Miss Watermelon ran better than I expected. I know she's a nice horse, but I was not expecting her to run as well as she did today. And you know what, Kieran? You're right, mate. You bought Arrakis as a dirt horse, and now Arrakis is a very good turf horse.
Yep.
They probably bought this horse as a turf horse, and you know what? She just might be a good dirt horse.
And when they're good connections and they're advising you, I remember back in the day, Billy was like, even on his notes, was like, this is a dirt horse, but it has turf pedigree. So we got options. And then it ended up being a pivot to dirt, you know?
Yeah, well, that's a little different because you could buy a horse that you want to train on dirt and look in the lines and say, well, we have turf options as well. You don't usually buy a horse as a turf horse and say we have dirt options as well. You know what I mean? That's why I was a little confused by this move. Well, I don't think this has to do with the top 2 choices, Kieran. This looks like there was some nonsense going on behind the top 2 who are well clear of the rest.
The stewards did not get their superfecta, so they're trying to figure out how to get their brother to get the pay.
They're calling up the CAWs in Barbados and saying, who do you need for 3rd and 4th? Let's see. What's going on in the chat here? Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I don't dig into pedigree much, Frank, but Sire, Cairo Princess, Pioneer of the Nile for Miss Watermelon.
Yeah, I mean that's probably more dirt breeding, I would think. So maybe that debut race was just a conditioning race, fitness race for a good trainer. Ramon, hey guys, late to the party, but on now. Will you guys be at Del Mar tomorrow? We're doing a show. Not sure about being on track for the early part of the day, but
next Friday I will. I'll be on track next Friday.
We'll have Ramon. You have our Twitter handles. You can DM us if you're coming out. Let us know, and we'll do that on the DM. Yeah, Tony, there's an inquiry here. Oh, look at this. The president of Kieran's fan club thinks I'm being a little too mean to you. Texas Terry Marconi, 14. Be nice to Kieran, Frank. Getting scolded. Am I being that mean? Guys, gals, everyone out there, am I being that mean to Kieran? I don't think so. Everything I say is truthful and deserve it.
When pigs fly and I finally start winning again, like I did earlier at Del Mar, watch the rationing of nonsense that's coming your way. This will be Frank when I'm done.
The only reason you were better than me at Del Mar over the summer is because I was doing a million different things.
Oh, well, that was
and hosting the show and directing the show. I mean, it took you 3 months to learn how to use StreamYard. So, now that I have a little more bandwidth and I can actually really sit down and think of ways to beat you, I've been crushing.
And it's let me see. Hang on here.
If I win. Oh, here. Terry just so this was a very nice gift from Terry's son and daughter-in-law, Blake and Allie. New bottle of Blanton's, but
Ooh,
of course I
very
couldn't
nice.
resist. I already opened it. So Terry was going to pour me a drink, and I said, you know what? Only if I hit my wager. I'll stick to the maker's mark, but if I hit the wager, we're going to do a little Blanton's out there. So thank you, Blake and Allie. A little shout out. So let's see what. Hey, Kieran knows how to use StreamYard. It only took him 3 months. Yay, chalk with. Oh, no, it was chalk/all with. Well, let's see. Did they make this official yet? I want to see what I'm getting paid here. I'm
Why
so
are they
glad I
taking-
did that top up, dude. That
How
was
are how are they taking so long? That's what blows my mind on something that's inconsequential,
Are they still looking? Well, it's not inconsequential for the superfecta and trifecta bettors. So don't.
Which is the CAW, and they're giving the CAWs
Oh,
more.
that's true.
They're actually helping the CAWs right now by doing this nonsense.
2947. 2947. All right. Well, race is finally official. Let's see what these massive payouts are looking like.
$4.50 for the exacta.
That's actually pretty good.
3 to 5 over 5 to 2.
That's pretty good considering, you get 20 to 1 over 18 to 1 and you get $30. All right, let's look at these will pays, Kieran.
Right.
I am alive to the 1 and the 10 in the pick 3. The 1 is paying 135, 10 173. Then I came back with doubles, topping up $92 double to the 1, 71 to the 10. And I am glad I used your 8. Your 8 is overwhelming favorite in the payout. $42, Kieran.
Frank, did your head fall asleep on the keyboard? There's just nothing like numbers. It's there's 9,000 numbers on that board there.
This is called elite wagering strategy.
Oh, is that the name of that?
I came back.
Isn't that the name of that? The CAW Elite.
It is elite. It's elite turf club.
Now we know. Oh, he's got an inside track to the CAW. Hey, Frank, these are the 2 chalks you need to bet. And he's like,
I'll tell you right now, if I were part of elite, you would never see me again. Ever. Ever. I'm in the wind. Me and Terry are in the wind. We're on a cruise ship, traveling around the world. Bro, phones are in the ocean. You would never hear or see from us again.
No, we'd see you at one of the dive bars in Solano or Del Mar at one of those.
Oh, that's true too. We like our
midnight concerts with someone we never heard of.
So look how good. This is why I love this show. Because my pick 3 pays are not that great. I have them a few times, which is fine. But I pivoted in the double. I came back. I used the most likely winner of race 8. And I topped up with my 1 and my 10. And even though, Kieran's opinion isn't the greatest, he sold me on the 8. So I ended up using the 8 here. And it turns out that the 8 took a lot of sneaky money.
Yeah, it's just a horrible pay. It was paying way more. It's down 30% from when the gates opened, Frank. We were getting 56, 58. Now it's 42.50.
Yeah, but Kieran, I take that as a good thing. That horse is hell alive. I don't know why the horse is 7-2 on the tote, because that horse is the overwhelming favorite in the double. What about the rest of the pays?
We're looking at.
Is that horse a favorite in the pick 3 as well?
Pick 3 favorite is. Yep, 87 on the pick 3. Next closest is 7 at 139. Interesting. Oh, no. Next closest is the 1 at 135. Then the 7 at 139. 4 at 142. 10 at 178. Let's look at the pick 4. Pick 4, 8 is the favorite at 105. Yeah, that's why I stopped doing the pick 4. It's horrible. The pays are. Although for a odds on, that's not a bad pay for the pick 4, $105.
So here's the thing, Kieran. That horse, the one that the 8, who I bought your case, 5-1 on the line. Sneaky favorite in all of the multis, and like overwhelmingly, like by twice the price, right?
And the 8 is overwhelmingly favorite in the pick 5. 602 in the pick 5. Next closest is 1,000 for the 1.
Wow.
So huge.
That horse is that they buried the money.
They come, yeah.
And that's why the horse is. 3-1. You would expect that horse to be a lot shorter based on how strong of a favorite she is in the multis.
And then
so
on the pick
they're not
6,
betting the horse in the win pool because they don't have to.
Pick 6, it looks like 5, 6, 10, 11, 12 are carryovers.
Really?
Well, because they're paying $299 and stuff, so I'm assuming that means a carryover or a consolation. And then 1 is paying $10,000, 221, 343, 444. 8 is paying $5,800.
Wow.
9 is paying 43.
Oh my God.
So the robots hammered the snot.
In the multis.
Yeah.
So
all across
based
the board.
on, so here's the thing, like, because we're trying to figure out how do we coexist with these computer guys, right?
If this horse stays over 5-2, 2 minutes after 2 minutes, it might be worth a win bet.
Because that's exactly what I was going to say. Because based on everything we've just looked at in the multis, this horse should be 7-5.
Yes, easy, like 7-5, even money based on the pools. So
right. So there's tremendous value.
If the 2 minute cutoff is legit and 2 minutes before post, and this horse is 5-2 or more, that is a great bet, I think. So that's something we got to watch going.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because I was going to say the exact same thing. We might have hit on something, Kieran. How do players like us coexist with the CAWs? Well, they hide a lot of information from us that we don't have privy to that they do. But this is public knowledge. These are the will pays.
Yep.
And based on the will pays that you just read off, the 8 should be 8-5, 7-5, hammered.
Yes.
And you're getting good value based on that.
Although, look, I'm actually thinking, Frank, we're talking about it. We already know what's going to happen. The robots are going to hammer hedge and whatnot because we're already down to 5-2 now. That's
but that's still good value based on what we're seeing. I mean, so who's the second choice here? 9-2 on the 10. So in the double, the 8's paying 42, the 10's paying 71. In the pick 3, 87 to 173. I mean, as you go, it goes pick 4, 105, 300. Pick 5, 600, 2,400. I mean, the more sequentially you get, the bigger the gap is.
I think the pick 5 was the eye-opening one for me. Like it was 600 to 1,000. So that told us
2,400. No, Kieran, you're absolutely right. It's the pick 5.
Pick 5 is
why is the 8 only $600 in the pick 5? That is crazy.
I mean,
5-1 morning line, overwhelming favorite. The 10, who's the next 9-2 in here, 2,400. 600 or 2,400.
You know why it's getting hammered in that pool, Frank? What's the takeout on the late pick 5?
It's heavy. It's 23%.
24%, which means what's the rebate? Yep. They're getting rebated massively, and the massive rebate went to the 8. So that's why you got to pay attention to the takeouts, what these tracks are doing.
Isn't that crazy that there's so much money buried on the 8 in the pick 5? I mean, that is. You would expect that horse to be 6-5 on the morning line, and in the horse wasn't even the morning line favorite.
And our disadvantages, their program already knew when the first leg went off what the disadvantage was, and we only find out in the last leg. Like if we were able to tell this info the last race, we probably would have adjusted our bets, but we can't. It's just like the trifecta thing you had with Express Bet, where they nixed it, where we could tell what
the away from us. They took it away.
They're like, information is good as long as you wink, know us, and you're a robot. The rest of you schmoes, too bad.
Here's the thing: if I end up hitting, if the 8 wins and I end up hitting my hedge double, I'll be the first to admit that I got lucky. I was going to play that horse anyway based on your case. You only liked 2 horses in the last race, and the 8 was one of them. and I didn't have the 8. And then we looked at the probables, and the Baffert horse to the 8 was a strong favorite. So right away I knew, well, Kieran likes the horse on paper, and the horse is hell alive in the double pool. So that's the reason I came back and covered the 8 here. Obviously, I think the 10 is probably the best result for me, but man, if you were like just following the money, and to your point, Kieran, if this horse stays at 2-1, worth a very good win bet on the 8 in here.
But
wow,
I'm thinking, let's look at that pool. Let's see what the pool is doing. Let's see how much money is rolling in on the pool. So 8 right now, 11,000. 10's getting 6. Like 10 is the legit second choice in here, followed by the 1. So the robot,
but
the money right.
Here's the thing, Kieran. In the pick 5, the 10 is not the clear second choice.
So
it's interesting. They might be hedging with the 10.
Yeah,
they might be hedging with the 10.
The 13 not getting in changed this race a lot, I think. And this was one of those, the scratch came out early, so that probably enabled the robots to do what they were doing. Because they figured, how many people, like, I know I did my bet earlier, including 13 in a lot of my bets, and then when I saw the scratch pulled off.
You're the only person I know who includes the also eligibles before scratches. Why would you do that?
I would say 90% of the time, Frank, they get in. And sometimes
no way.
On a one-off, this many horses, last race, this far out, I've seen it get in more times than not. And who knows what I'm doing?
I only consider the A's if there's a scratch.
I thought there'd be a couple of scratches in here, to be honest.
Why? Why would you think that?
I just looked at it.
You have inside information?
No, I just looked at who was in and whatnot, and I was like, you know what? I think there'll be at least one scratch.
Why? What makes you think that?
Part of it too was a lot of these horses drew in. You know, we didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, I was telling you too. I thought we weren't even going to get a race for Rakish. You know what? The weather messed up so much stuff. And there's actually, when we do our show tomorrow.
Right. So that's my point. This is a turf race. Why would someone scratch out of a turf race when there hasn't been turf racing?
Well, they actually listed some races next week. Because remember, I was talking to you. I was thinking, man, we got a race on dirt next week. And then I was like, oh my God, they actually drew a turf race. So I was thinking maybe closing weekend, you know what I mean? They got a better race than what this one was. You never know.
I don't know. I don't see it that way, but you know, that's part of your brilliance. You're like, brilliant. I love the 13 because I know Paddy Gallagher is going to scratch one of his horses. I just feel it in my bones.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
But if this were yesterday, because Terry made a comment at the top of the show that I didn't put up, but yesterday when the 5 was shut down,
oh yeah,
2 horses had a scratch because they didn't make it in time for their LASIK shot.
Yep. And then jockeys.
Real quick here on, yes, like, watch, subscribe. Tomorrow, what time? Probably around the same time, Terry, because we're going to do the pick 3 again, and it's a 9-race card, so I'm assuming it's 3:10.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
3:10. Larry D says, good show. Well, thank you very much, Larry. Appreciate it. Always. Looking good in that picture there.
Well, we're 4 minutes to go, and number 8 is 5-2. So
based on the will pays and the multis, that's good value.
Yep.
Are you going to do anything here, Karen? Are you going to put something together? Charlie, hey guys, I think the 8 or the 4. Oh, we didn't even talk about the 4. Ugh, I don't know. Anything on the 4? Thanks for joining us, Charlie. This might be your first time in the chat, so thank you.
I did nothing on the 4.
Hey, John, thanks for joining us. Yes, Terry's right, because the I-5 shut down, but, you know.
But, I mean, a bunch of people don't realize a lot of the jockeys raised horses at Santa Anita, and there was some jockeys were late. Race.
Yeah. Oh, poor Kurt Hoover. He didn't get down to like the 7th race. Quigley had to step in and do the simulcast show. So, yes, Terry, that is great information. But that was a one-off yesterday. I don't know why Kieran's like, he woke up today and he was like, oh, I just have a feeling the 13 is going to get in off the AE list because somebody's going to scratch.
I've seen it happen more times than not, Frank. I wish I could pull up the reasons, but I can't get my screen to work.
Well, I'm going to talk to some of the chart callers tomorrow whenever I go back to the track and ask them. Paul Victory, thanks for joining us, Paul. Thanks, guys. John Blasi, thank you, John. Thanks for. Oh, you missed Tobias. Okay, Tobias. All right. Well, here we go. The obligatory Tobias appearance. He's a little under the weather today.
Are we officially to 2 minutes to the post, Frank, yet? Have they cut the robots out yet?
3 minutes, Kieran.
Someone asked about the number. Someone asked about the number 7, Frank. I've actually bet this horse so much over the years, and I had to toss it. I would not talk you off the horse. Let's put it like that. I debated using it, but I just didn't see it in here.
Well, I will say this. Sadler's been on fire, and I know Kieran loves Freysu, and so do I. I don't like stretch-out sprinters here, and if you look at that horse's mile race, wasn't very good, but I had a hard time with this race. I ended up on a Diego Herrera horse. That shows you how hard of a time I had from the 10 hole. No offense to Diego. I think he's a very good young jock, but the 10 hole in a turf race going a mile, 10 other jocks I would have picked before him.
Frank, what's the exacta 8, 10, 7 paying?
Okay, give me there. Hold on. All right. Thank you, Tobias. Good boy. All right. 8, 10 exacta.
Yeah.
That's the favorite combo. And it is paying 18. Oh, no, hold on. $15.
So 5 to 2 over
for $1.
So 2 to 1 over 5 to 1. That's actually not a bad exacta.
It's not. But the problem is, Kieran, I think this race is really wide open.
Yeah.
I ended up on the 1 and the 10, but I don't love either of these horses.
So we're supposed to be at post time, so we should be getting 5 to 2 if they really do get cut off.
Okay, so let's see what the pool is. The Win Play Show pool, 156,000. That seems really light, doesn't it?
Yes.
But I think that's because
they're alive with a lot of money.
Right. They're already alive, so they don't have to flood the market on the 8. I don't understand how the 8 is only paying $600 in the Big 5. How is that possible?
Because
this
the robots
5 to 1 on the morning line.
What is it? 24% take, or is it 26 on the pick 5? I can't remember here.
23 or 24.
So those guys are probably making 12% rebates.
Yeah. Thanks,
so
John.
Covered.
But Kieran, the point is they came up with that horse. They love that horse.
They probably saw what everyone else is betting, and they went, "That's good value." They made the horse probably this price.
Charlie Steinbrenner, number 4, was in same race as number 2. I don't have either of them. I'm not going to talk anybody off any horse.
I got to ask. We're loading, and now the 8 has dropped to 2 to 1. I thought the robot money couldn't hit anymore.
Well, 2 to 1's not. I mean, you go from 5 to 2 to 2 to 1. That's acceptable to me. 5 to 2 to 6 to 5 would be a different story.
Are we to believe the average guys are betting that much to move the needle here late?
Well, that might. You know what? The hub might have come in late. So it was 156. It's now 195,000, and the 8 has 31,000 on her to win. 5 to 2. I see. What do you have?
Oh, it went down to 5. It went down to 2 to 1. It's back up again. So
yeah, I think that's fine.
I just love that what they were talking about. Yeah, when they load the first horse, they're going to cut everyone off. I'm like, well, what good is that going to do us? What happens if a horse rears up? We can't change our bets. They can.
That is the dumbest thing I ever heard. And the only reason it was presented is because it's good for the CAWs. Yeah. The only reason. They actually think we're so stupid. Win bet on the 8. Yes, please. Yeah, I think so, Scurvy Tooth.
What shocks me is how many people don't realize the advantage of the low takeout bets. I mean, it still blows my mind.
Kieran, I really like the way, win or lose in this race, I feel like we used every inch or ounce of data that was available to us to make good decisions. So let's see if it pays off. 1, 8, 10 for me. They're off. Good luck, everybody. Let's go.
Wide trip there in fifth. And My Cherry Pie sixth in between horses. They're followed by Winika toward the inside. Blame Eve is next by another 2. And then comes Authentic Grace and Angelica Bay right together, just ahead of Sensational Dream and Dakota. 22.88 was the first quarter mile. Up the backstretch with a long shot in front, Gemmadini. And Edwin Maldonado out there by 2 lengths. Then Wildfire Princess on the outside of Parle, second and third. Arena is fourth. My Cherry Pie behind them in fifth. Gathered is sixth and on the rail with 5 lengths to make up, racing for the far turn. Then Blame Eve, followed by Mamika to the inside. Next is Authentic Grace. Arena is 2 lengths. Charged up into second and is closing the gap late, but it will be Wildfire Princess.
Whoa. Who was riding the 1? Barrios, man.
Oh, I had the 1 would have been way better for me, but you know what?
He was just way too far back.
Blanton's, please. I would like the winner of the today's would like a Blanton's, please.
Well,
anyone need an in?
That win bet on the 8 covered the day right there.
What win bet?
The one I said to do if he was 5-2 or more. So that.
Yeah, but you didn't put it on the board.
See,
Look at the board. $20 double, 2 with 1-8-10. That was my saver bet. That, you know what, Karen? If we didn't do this show and I saw Winika flying late like that to finish second, I would have been sick to my stomach because I didn't have the 8. I was not using the 8 until we talked about the 8. So I will thank you for that. I will thank the CAWs for burying their money.
Which is what, I mean, now that people know that's what they do, you got to use all this information we have. Especially late.
The people don't know.
You can see it is late in the day.
You're
the
wrong.
Late double and late pick 3, you can see that action. You know what I mean?
People don't know. That's the problem. And that's why we do this show. We're trying to educate them. And we still have Dave Portnoy playing exactas.
Yeah.
This man runs a freaking multi-zillion-dollar business. He's a smart man. He's still playing exactas, getting bullied by the CAWs.
Do not play exactas. I mean, and I love exactas and tries, and you guys know on the show, I cut it off a month ago. I'm not even doing it. I'm not even doing my pick 4 anymore.
Now that they took the freaking trifecta tool away from us, no. Why
you know what, Frank? That was so eye-opening when they took it away, when they thought us dozen schmoes who actually were impacting their business. You know what it was? They were kind of afraid because they were like, oh, my God, this might spread. Yeah. And then people are going to see our edge where we don't mind you guys complaining because, you know, we're Chinese money launderers. We can't launder the money at Wynn or Resort Worlds anymore. We just do it through the CAWs.
Kieran, it is absolutely insane, but you know what? This today was a perfect example of what this show is about. The 8, I didn't have the 8. Wasn't even considering the 8 until I saw you like 2 horses, the 8 and the 10. Yep. I like the 1 and the 10. You made a great case for the 8. I did not have the 8. Then we went through and looked at the multi-race payoffs. The 8 was $600 at a 5-to-1 morning line. The next one was like 1,000 or something.
And for if you're just tuning in late, you're going, who cares? Why would you care about what the late pick 5 pays? And for you guys who don't know, large takeout. It's not like the low takeout we have here. It's a big. They make more money betting on the pick 5 because they get a huge rebate doing it, so they can cover so many more angles. And the fact that they had hammered this horse in the pick 5, hammered it. Like, I mean, it was 40% less than the second choice.
If you just follow the money and did the exercise that we did, I'm proud of myself for pivoting with the double, but we also talked about doing a win bet on the 2-1 was. If you believe that the CAW money was correct in the multis, this horse should have been 7-5. And
I mean,
the only reason the horse wasn't is because the CAWs didn't need to bet him.
I wussed out, Frank. I only did $50, so I just tried to cover my doubles, but it covered the doubles, so I'm okay with it. I was actually at a point I was debating. I was like, but we got racing tomorrow. If there was no racing tomorrow, I probably would have fired away a couple of $100 at that age.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we're all winners. I mean, Scurvy Tooth ended up being 8 to win. Where's Tippy? Tippy was alive to the 1-4-7-8, pick 4, pick 3 doubles.
And we talked about it. We were like, if the 8 stays at 5-2 or higher, that's a win bet. And
even
that was a
2
good
to 1.
win bet.
I mean,
on the will pays for the robots, that horse really should have been 6-5, 7-5, even money.
And the only reason the horse wasn't is because they didn't need to bet the horse in the win pool because they already had the horse hammered in the pick 5. So again,
pick 3 paid $38. That actually dropped from what we thought the will pay was, Frank, by $10.
Yeah,
it was $48, and now it's paying $38.
Ridiculously low, really.
Is that because of the scratch?
Oh, yeah.
They had that consolation nonsense.
That might be. Let me look. Let me see what we have here.
The pick 5 played normal.
What the double pay? Because I ended up doing the $20 double.
The double paid $42.50.
That's probably pretty good.
It was paying $48.
You want to do the exercise? You want to do the parlay?
I tried doing it before. My AI doesn't like me. It likes you.
I'll do it. Chad. So even the robots don't like you, Kieran.
That's the way it is. More hate mail coming.
All right. You got the payouts for me there. What? Like, calculate a $5 win parlay with horses.
We're doing the pick 3 or the double?
No, I'm doing the double first. So what did the Baffert pay?
$340 with $7.
7 even?
Yep.
All right, let's see. What? Why does it want? All of a sudden, it wants me to sign in.
Well, they must be going public.
I'll do another one.
That's like everyone. Stream. It's cheaper than cable. 10 years later, you need 400 services to watch football.
Exactly. All right, $5 win parlay with horses that paid $320?
Hang on, $340
and $7.
Yep.
Okay, $5 win parlay. Come on. $5 win parlay with horses that paid. This says 119.
No. No, that can't be right.
It can't be right. $5 win parlay with paying horses of $340. Yeah, I don't think that's right.
So, Frank, what's interesting is, so my $3 pick 3 cost me $54. I made $87. Woohoo! Profit. So I made $23. My backup ticket cost $18 So my pick 3, I'm ahead by $5. But the late double that we pivoted to when I did the win bet on, I got logged out again. Hey, but the reason I did it, I mean, we're here betting a chalk, but we're betting a chalk that we thought, I mean, we've talked about it before. Value just doesn't mean a long shot. Value means you're getting paid more than you think you're going to get paid.
Yeah, I think based on handicapping, this horse probably should have been about 7-2. But based on the money we saw in the multi-race wagers, this horse should have been 8-5. And you got 5-2 at the end.
Yep.
That is tremendous value. Tremendous value.
And we just, you're able to pivot and cover, milk a little bit more money out. I mean, we had chalk, and it paid okay.
They hide a lot of information from us. They took away our trifecta tool. This was a great example of how players like us can use the CAW money and how they're betting the race to our advantage. And I would not have used the 8 if you didn't mention the 8 and I didn't see. They buried this horse the money was buried in the pick 5 on this. There's no way this 8 was going to lose, Kieran.
If you did it like most of the other shows who recorded this morning or Thursday or Wednesday,
you don't pivot.
They would never have pivoted and changed, and it's like it is what it is.
You know what, Kieran? To be honest with you, if I was at the track, I probably wouldn't have pivoted because I'm not on my computer looking at the will pays with you talking about it. The only reason I ended up hitting that double is because of this show. That's it. And I hope other people had the same thing. I know Scurvy Tooth ended up betting the horse to win based on what we were all talking about. You ended up betting the horse to win.
I mean, we love long shots, but if it's going to chalk out, we may as well make some money, especially when we see them hiding money like they did there. That was one of the
obvious.
But it was a lot because it
was so hidden, but it was so obvious.
How many other people go through the will pays of the different pools? No. And the pick 5, we know the pick 5 is a high take. And that's why when they hammered it in the pick 5, we knew. Wink, wink. They knew what was going on. That was our key.
I'm not playing that double. I'm not. If we didn't do this show, your handicap. I liked 110. You liked 810. I said, okay, let's talk about the 8. Good case on the 8. The only reason I was a little off the 8 was because of Hess's 0 for 17.
And me too. The same thing. Yep.
But you still confident enough. Like this horse is big shot. I said, okay, so let's look at the payouts. Try to figure out what we're gonna do. And you go through all of them, and you get to the pick 5, and you're like, well, the 8's the favorite in the pick 5, 600. The next highest is 1,200. I go, what? This horse is 5-1 on the line. How is this horse 600?
That was the sneaky. That was where they hit all the money today, and they hit the pick 6 too for 5,800.
Which again, that's terrible.
Yeah,
for a horse who's 5-1 in a 10-horse field.
And I mean, there was
that horse could not lose.
There was only 5 horses. There was only 5 horses paying, and all the other ones were paying consolation. So
right, but all the other ones were paying
200,
10,000, 12,000,
40,000. Yep,
peanuts.
Yep, they hit the big one. So I mean, they knew, and that's where you can. I mean, the robots ain't going away. We just got to live with them.
No, they're not.
And we got to use a little bit of edge we get.
This is how we can coexist. If the racetracks give us more data, so we can make more informed decisions based on the money. Because look, let's face it, this is a financial market, and these guys have better tools than we do. I mean, they just do. Their computer models are excellent, and they're able to manipulate the market and flood the market within a millisecond before the gates open. Okay, not in the wind pool because they shut that down. So I'm okay. You know what? It's the genie's out of the bottle. We have to live with this unless things change. This was a great example of how the CAWs actually helped us. They actually helped us have a winning day.
Yep.
Because they buried the money on this horse. Sneaky. But the tracks still need to give us more tools. That trifecta tool needs to come back. They need to allow us more. Right now, Kieran, we're swimming in the early pick 5, which is 14% takeout.
Yep.
$3 late pick 3, 15%, and the $5 late double, 15%. We only have 3 wagers really, and the win pool with 2 minutes to post.
And that's, I mean, I said it earlier. My handle's California pick 4. I cut my teeth on the pick 4. I didn't
So
do a
did
pick
I.
4 today. I stopped doing it. And that money is deployed to the double in the pick 3 and the early pick 5 and win bets now because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing trifectas and exactas. I'm just doing wins.
We need a $1 pick 4 retail only.
Like at La Salle. Or it's $2. What is it? It's $1 at La Salle, right?
I used to go to the racetrack, focused on me and my buddies, we had a pick 4 for $37,000 when the favorite won the last leg. Full fields, higher minimums, lower tier. Like, there's no way in hell you're winning a 50-cent.
Oh, some of my biggest pays were like $6,000, $8,000, $12,000 pick 4s.
Exactly. You don't see that anymore.
We could have 4 20-1 horses win the pick 4, and it was at Del Mar's where I hit them all, and it would still only pay like $1,200 somehow.
Because of the 50 cent, because of the anyway, you know what?
Yep.
Well, congratulations to all of us. Kieran, thank you for putting me on the 8. Thank you for helping me unearth all that buried money. So I end up hitting the double. Kieran has a win bet. Scurvy Tooth has a win bet.
Well, I hit the double too. And the pick 3.
Right, but you topped up with the win. You know, you had topped up with the win.
It covered everything. I mean, it was I've got money to spend tomorrow.
And then congrats to Tippy Martinez, pick 4, pick 3s, everything. Thanks for watching, everyone. Since this is double trouble, and I did hit the late double.
So did I. No one's going home in trouble today.
Let's see. You did. You know what? I feel bad. I'm hogging up all the spotlight. Did you hit it?
Only $10.
$50 double, 9 with a 10.
$5 double, 1 with a 10, and $2 double, 2 with a 10.
I missed that last one. So you had it twice, but I had it 4 times. So I'm the champ, but we're both winners, Kieran. We're winners.
I pivoted early. I figured I would pivot on the will pays, and the will pay was worth it, just to cover.
I won't be mean to you on X tonight, I promise.
You probably will. You're going to have 2 blanks.
No, I'm going to give you credit.
I'm going to block you.
Because if we didn't have this discussion, this dialogue, I whiff.
The live shows are where it's at. We just like and subscribe, guys. We should have like 1,000 people in here. We're giving away the secrets.
1,000.
This is how you can make money.
Everybody. What are the East Coast guys doing? You getting ready to watch the boring Sunday night football?
The racing is great out here, and even if it's chalking out, we can find some money to win here. I mean,
these are financial markets. While handicapping isn't a huge part of the puzzle, there are clues out there based on how the markets are being played.
We're following the money.
There's no reason for that horse to take all that money in the multis. There was no reason unless he couldn't lose. And what happened? She couldn't lose. She won by 10.
He won so easy. Like
she won like a 6. She won like a horse who should have been 6-5.
Yep, so easy.
All right. Well, thank you, Kieran. I'm giving you credit. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, back at it.
Yep, 3:10.
Don't you have a soccer game?
It's not till 7:00.
San Diego Football Club. Let's go. Who are they playing?
Minnesota. So they've
best of 3 again.
No, 1 and done.
Oh, knockout round.
Yeah, we're semifinals now. So we beat them at their home. They beat us at our home. So this is the rubber meets the road.
Oh, so they've already played 2 games.
Yep.
And it's a home game. Okay, wow.
And then we got San Diego State playing Michigan in the Vegas tournament as well at 7:30. Lots of big sports.
I thought San Diego State was going to go like undefeated, and I see they already lost to New Mexico.
No, they lost to Troy in double overtime after hitting a half-court shot. And then that team went up, and unbeaten USC went to triple overtime, and they lost by a point.
I just looked at the standings, and they're like in 6th place in one of the worst conferences.
That's because they've only had 3 games. All these other ones have played like 5.
I know, they're 2-1. I know. I just busted you, man. I just busted you.
I wish I had some pizza to throw at you again.
Well, maybe tomorrow.
I got to come up with a new prop for tomorrow. Let me think what I can come up with. All right, I got an idea already.
We'll save it for the show. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Congratulations to those who hit. I am still the defending champ, but I am going to give props to my. I'm going to give props to my.
I also
So,
hit it as well. What do you mean defending
I know,
champ?
But I had it for 20. Look, 20.
Oh,
You had
well,
it for
okay.
10.
I'm gonna have that StreamYard AI pull up the clip of. I think I could not win again, and I still be ahead with my Del Mar picks.
And just so everybody knows, I actually told Kieran today, now that he knows how to work the studio, I don't want to see your picks. You just go in the studio and you put up your picks because I'm sick of hearing you. Sick of hearing you complain how I steal your picks. I don't steal your picks. Although I did steal your pick today and made money.
Well, Frank is talking, so I'm gonna have to put the Frank music on. It's called Daydreaming when he's doing one of his monologues. All right. Well, we'll see you guys all tomorrow.
These are the best of times. These are the worst of times. Good night, everyone.